Добрый день! Меня зовут Сауле Сапаровна Смагулова, старший преподаватель кафедры иностранных языков и переводческого дела. Сегодня я буду читать лекции, вернее топики для студентов первого курса неязыковых специальностей, лексические темы. Лекция номер 1. Тексты по устной практике. Conversational topic about myself. My name is Asem Bolatova. I am Kazakh. I was born on the 5th of May 1982 in the village of Balkashna, Akmala region. 2 years ago, our family moved to Astana, where I live now together with my parents. My father is a doctor. He works at a hospital. My mother is a housewife. She has much work to do about the house. We are 5 in our family. I have a younger sister and a brother. They are both pupils. Rosa is in the 5th form. Abai is a pupil of the 9th form. Our family is very friendly. In May, I finished school number 60 in Astana. I always did well at school. I also took an active part in social life, attended sports sections, subjects circles. My favorite subject at school was literature. Maths and physics came easy to me. I was on the top of the list in the class in these subjects, but they were not so interesting to me. I also liked English. I'd like to learn some other European languages to communicate with people from different countries. I'm quite sociable and easy to deal with. I have many friends with whom I spend much time together. I can also add that I'm energetic, rather intelligent, patient, calm, and never lose temper. I love animals and children. My hobby is collecting badges. My ambition is to become a good expert in languages. This year, I've left school and entered Kokshetau State University. I'm a first-year student of the philology faculty. I have chosen philology as a future profession. I try to do well at the university and my parents are proud of my marks. I go in for sports. In summertime, I like yachting and surfing. I also like shaping. I can add I'm fond of reading books on history and I'm keen at languages. My grandparents are already retired. Their gardening spend much time in the garden. This is all. Lecture 2, вторая лекция, conversational topic, my family. Our family is not very large. I have a father, a mother, a brother, and a sister. We all live together in a new flat in one of the industrial districts of Almaty. My father, Igor Ivanovich, is 45 years old. He is tall and well-built man with short black hair and gray eyes. He works at the automobile plant as an engineer. He likes his work and spends much time there. By character, my father is a quiet man, while my mother is energetic and talkative. Her name is Olga Petrovna. She's a teacher of music and plays the piano well. She's intelligent, patient, always ready to help. She's always interested in what I do, and I can always ask her advice. I love her very much. My sister's name is Alla. She has blue eyes and lovely fair hair. She is a very good-looking girl. She's 3 years younger than me. She does well at school and gets very good, excellent marks. Alla has a good sense of humor. My name is Tanya. I am 17 years old. I resemble my mother in appearance, but I take after my father in nature. People say I'm an easygoing person. I have many friends. They come to my place very often. Our family is very united. We like to spend time together and help mother about the house. In the evenings, we watch TV, read books, newspapers, and listen to music or just discuss everyday problems. Our parents don't always agree with us, but they take into consideration our opinion. All of us like to spend our weekends out of time. We often go to the village to see our grandparents. They are old age pensioners, and now they prefer to live in the country. I also have some other relatives, uncles, aunts, cousins, many friends. We're happy when we are together. It is really very important to have a good family where all people are tactful, helpful, tolerant, respecting each other. We are confident, willingly share domestic duties, joys, and difficulties. We live in a happy family. Our parents teach me to communicate with different people in different situations. It's nice to have a good family. Третья лекция. Our house, our flat. I live Третья лекция. Topic: Our house and flat. I live in a new 9-storied block of flats in Pushkin Street. Our flat is on the 3rd floor. It is very comfortable. We have all modern conveniences such as central heating, electricity, gas, cold and hot water, a telephone and a chute. There are 3 rooms in our flat: a living room, a study and a bedroom. We also have a kitchen, a bathroom, a small entrance hall and 2 balconies. Our living room is the largest in the flat. It overlooks a green park and has a lot of sunshine. The living room is nicely furnished. There is a suite of modern furniture and the wall unit, a wardrobe and a bookcase. To the left, to the wall, there is a unit. We are fond of books and we have plenty of them at home. There is a TV set in the sitting room with a video and tape recorder. A beautiful calendar gives much light to the room. A thick carpet on the floor, curtains on the walls. Curtains on the wall match to the walls. All this makes the room cozy. My mother usually buys everything for the living room. She has a good eye and a taste for colored style. I spend most of my time in my bedroom, which I use as a study. Here you can see a writing table where I do my homework. Near the wall there is a pull-out sofa where I sleep at night and have a rest in the daytime. There are some bookshelves crammed with text and fiction books. There is a thick, comfortable rack on the floor near the sofa. My dog likes to sleep on it. My parents' bedroom is more spacious than the study. There is a double bed, a mirror stand, 2 bedside tables, a built-in wardrobe there. It is very convenient to have because it doesn't occupy much place. My parents enjoy listening to music. Our kitchen is rather large. There is a set of modern kitchen furniture, a gas stove with an oven, a food processor, a refrigerator, and a cupboard where we keep our dishes. The kitchen serves as a dining room, but when we receive guests, we have meals in the living room. I like my bedroom too because it provides us a maximum of convenience and is well fitted. There is a nice mirror, a rack of towels, and bathtub and basin. There is a shelf above the basin where we keep soap, toothpaste, brush, combs, shampoos, and other things. The entrance hall is small. There is a hall stand, a mirror on the wall, a telephone on the special table under the mirror. We try to keep our flat clean. Четвертая лекция. Topic: My friend. Friendship is a very important thing in people's lives. It is nice to have a person you can rely on. Close friends usually have similar ideas and beliefs. They understand, respect each other. Your best friend always helps you when you have problems and troubles. You must also think how to keep friendship going because good friends are easier lost than found. We have lots of friends around me. They make my life more interesting and enjoyable. Now I'd like to tell you about my best friend, Anara. She's my group mate. Anara is a pretty girl. She's thin, slender, and stylish. She has a lovely dark hair, blue eyes with blonde lashes, straight nose. Her skin is fine. She usually wears sweaters with knee-length skirts, trousers. Anara is an active and energetic person. She can't bear sitting around doing nothing. It makes her impatient and restless. She knows what she wants, and I think she's sure to achieve her goal. Anara is hardworking, organized, and does well at the university. She's a kind person who always knows how to have a good time. Anara has a good sense of humor and never looks moody. She enjoys being the center of attention while I am nervous and public. I can't say I am passive, but I'm still different. My problem can be summarized in the words: lack of confidence. I'm shy with other people and may think I'm boring and stupid sometimes, Amy. Lack of confidence also makes me indecisive. I spent days trying to make up my mind to what to do and about quite simple things. Unlike my friend, I'm disorganized and sometimes absent-minded. I'm hardworking too, especially when I'm doing something I'm interested in. But if you compare Anara and me, my friend is more mature and for the age, physically, emotionally, intellectually, we both like fiction, exploring, visiting museum. We spend much time together doing our homework and go to the cinema, walk in the park, exchange books. I respect my friend. I like her strong character. She's always full of ideas, knows what to do. It's very pleasant to be with her around. Лекция 5. Topic: My working day. On weekdays, I usually get up at 7 o'clock. I make my bed, open the window, and do my morning exercises. Then I go to the bathroom, where I clean my teeth and wash myself. If I have enough time, I take a cold and hot shower. It really wakes me up and it makes my body feel well. After bathroom, I go back to my room where I dress myself and brush my hair. In 10 minutes, I am ready for breakfast. It may be a cup of tea or a coffee and sandwich. And I never eat cereal or corn flakes. I very seldom eat scrambled eggs. After breakfast, I put on my coat, take the bag, and go to the university. As I live not far from the university, it takes me only 8 or 10 minutes to get there. I don't want to be late for the first lesson, so I come to the university a few minutes before the bell. I leave my coat in the cloakroom and go upstairs to the classroom. The lessons begin at 8 o'clock in the morning and they are over at 1:30 in the afternoon. I have 6 lessons a day with short breaks between them. After classes, I go home and have dinner there. I usually have something substantial for dinner. For example, cabbage soup for the first course, hot meat or fish with some vegetables for the second. Then I drink a cup of tea or milk. Sometimes when I have to stay at school after classes, I go to school canteen and have dinner there. After dinner, I have a short rest, read newspapers, make some telephone calls, go to the bakery. Then I do my homework. We study many subjects at the university, and it takes me even 3 or even more hours to do homework. Sometimes I go to the library to get ready for my practical classes or to write a report. As a rule, I have very little time on my weekdays, but when I have some spare time, I do some work about the house, do shopping, and do cleaning. 8 o'clock is supper time in our family. We all get together in the kitchen, then go to the sitting room and watch TV, read books, discuss different problems. Then I go for a walk with my dog. Twice a week, I go to the sport club in the evening and play volleyball. At about 11:30 at night, I go to bed. 6-я лекция. Topic: My free time. I wouldn't say I have much free time on weekdays when I study, but I'm more or less free on Sundays and on holidays, both sports and long ones, short and long ones. But what I do in my other days really depends on what the weather is like. If the weather is cold, even wet, it is a problem because there are plenty of things you can do indoors. You can read books, listen to music, watch TV. Watching TV is popular leisure activity. You may also go to the different entertainment centers such as disco club, all art centers, including exhibitions, cinema, theater, concert halls, etc. You can meet your friends at your place and have a nice time together. It's really very important to stay with friends because communication helps to form your views and makes life more interesting and exciting. If you don't feel like staying in, you can go to the park. You can find different things going there, from sport competitions to musical entertainments of various kinds. You may simply relax on the grass, listening to a band perhaps. If you are tired and want to get away from noisy streets, you can go to the countryside to enjoy fresh air and a change of scenery. Many people like to spend time in the forest, walking, gathering berries, picking up mushrooms. During summer holidays, people have a greater variety of things to do. You can travel all over the country by car, plane, train, sea, or on foot. In my opinion, the best and the most interesting way of traveling is by car. It's very convenient. You needn't reserve your tickets, carry heavy suitcases. You can enjoy the passing scenery through the windows. You can stop wherever you wish and stop at any place you like. Every year, my family and I go to Borovaya or to Black Sea by car. There are many rest homes, sanatoriums, and tourist camps there. But we usually rent a room or a furnished house for a couple of weeks. Sometimes we place ourselves in a tent on the seashore, enjoying fresh air and the sun all day long. As a rule, I make new friends there. We swim, sunbathe, play different games. Indifferent, we like to sit on the beach watching the sea, enjoying the sunset. Sometimes I go to the disco, sit in a bar, drinking juice, coke, and salt water. People may also have their special interests, hobbies to occupy themselves in free time: writing, computer programming, painting, gardening, mountaineering, walking with wood, with paper, learning languages, collecting something or what not. Each person chooses his own way of spending free time, either passive or active. In any case, leisure should be a refreshment and source of inspiration. Седьмая лекция. Conversational topic: seasons and weather. There are 4 seasons in the year: winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Each of them lasts 3 months. Every new year begins in winter, on the 1st of January. This day is a holiday in our country, and people decorate their flats with New Year tree. In our country, winter is usually a cold season. It often snows, the rivers and lakes are frozen over. The average temperature is about 25 degrees below zero. The most unpleasant thing about winter is that the sun sets early and rises late, especially in December and January. The days are short, the sky is often gray, nature is sleeping, and sometimes it gets rather boring. But at the end of March, the weather gets gradually milder. The sun shines more brightly. The days become longer. The snow begins melting. Spring comes and nature awakens after a long sleep of winter. All kinds of plants and flowers, snowdrops, tulips, primroses, etc., come out. The grass is amazingly fresh. The birds return from south and make their nests. The farmers begin their sowing campaign. They fertilize the soil, plow the fields, plant trees and vegetables. Spring is followed by summer. The weather gets still warmer, and sometimes it's very hot. The sky is blue and cloudless, but sometimes there are storms with thunder and lightning. The gardens are gay with flowers all summer months. In summer, people spend much time in the open air. They find time to go to the forest, to swim in the river, to sunbathe. Summer is a vacation time. I like it very much. Autumn comes in September with the beginning of the school year. Autumn is the harvest time, the time when fruits and vegetables become ripe. The leaves change their color from green to yellow and red. Everything around is greenish gold. It gets colder, the days are shorter. In the morning, it often freezes. There is much rain and fog. Birds fly away to warm countries. Low and heavy clouds hang in the sky. Nature slowly falls asleep for winter. In fact, every season has its fine days and is pleasant in its own way. And it's not difficult to see this beauty. 8-я лекция. Topic: shopping. When we want to buy something, we go to a shop. There are many kinds of shops in every town or city, but most of them have a food supermarket and department store, men's and women's clothing stores, grocery, a bakery, a butchery. I like to do shopping at the big supermarkets because you can buy a lot of goods more cheaply than at small local shops. There are several department stores under one roof at all supermarkets. In Britain, they often belong to different firms which run them individually. Prices vary from department to department. They sell wide assortments of confectionery and bakery, wines, fruits and vegetables, smoked meat, sausage, dairy products, butcher's meat, and a lot of jewelry, electrical appliances, perfumery, household goods, sport goods and footwear, knitted and leather goods, textiles, stationery, etc. Supermarkets are brightly lit and well laid out. The goods are tidily arranged on trays and long shelves on which their prices are clearly marked. There is plenty of room for customers to walk about in the supermarkets. Most of the goods are sold ready weighted, ready packed and wrapped. You can find a wide selection of everything here from shoes to eggs. In the women's, for example, you can buy dresses, costumes, blouses, skirts, coats, beautiful underwear, etc. In the men's clothing department, you can choose suits, trousers, overcoats, ties, etc. In the knitwear department, you can buy sweaters, cardigans, short-sleeved, long-sleeved pullovers, woolen jackets. In the perfumery, they sell cream, powder, lipstick, lotions, shampoos. Another shop we frequently go is green grocery, which is stocked with cabbage, potatoes, onions, cucumbers, carrots, beets, green peas, etc. I like to buy fruits and vegetables there. They smell good and you feel as if you are in an exotic country. Customers go around the supermarket with a basket or trolley getting the food from the shelves. Having filled your basket, you go to the cash desk. There is a short queue. When it's your turn, you pay for your purchase. You have money, you pay. There are departments known as bargain sales. They sell goods at a reduced price. It is important for housewives because the prices are going up constantly. Лекция 9. Topic: My future profession. Finishing school is the beginning of independent life for millions of school leavers. It is the beginning of far or more serious examination of your knowledge, abilities and character. We usually see that all roads are open before our school leavers, vocational and technical schools, institutes and universities. But actually, it is very difficult to make up one's mind and choose one of the hundreds of jobs. While at school, I changed my minds a lot of times and couldn't decide which science or field of industry to specialize in. At schools, we have industrial training centers that are supposed to help in choosing a job. Teachers and parents also advise pupils, but still very few of them take a clear-cut view of what they want to do. Generally, pupils are not realistic in thinking about jobs. They have dreams of playing football or for some big clubs, becoming pop stars or heart transplant surgeons or international experts of some kind. Teachers and parents try to change that enthusiasm into something more realistic to get the pupils away from the fantasy level without knocking the dream completely. But often it doesn't work, and school leavers get disappointed in life. While choosing a job, many factors should be taken into consideration: wages, salaries, job satisfaction, opportunities to travel and see much, etc. For me, the most important criterion is job satisfaction, and that's why I have chosen the profession of a teacher. Teaching is a very specific and responsible occupation. Not everyone has enough courage to accept this responsibility. I believe teaching to be a very valuable and challenging profession that requires complete dedication, love for the subject and love for children. However, there are also disadvantages of that profession. Teaching profession is not difficult. It is regarded in many societies as low status, low paid, underpaid work. Luckily, my main interest is not money, but the belief that education is very important for the success and progress of our society. Success educating and upbringing children depends on the personality of the teacher, his professional skills, moral principles, erudition, cultural background. This noble profession demands from a teacher constant creativity, understanding of children, love for them. Teacher must be model of a competence, and he's a person who is learning as well as teaching all his life. Most jobs can be done within the usual office hours, but teacher's work is never done, and evenings are mostly spent marking exercise books, preparing for the next lesson. It is also a stressful job because you have encourage your pupil and keep them interested in the subject you teach. A good teacher treats his pupil with respect, values them as individuals. He understands that each child is unique and has a special talent and capabilities. That's why he educates each pupil with special attention to his or her interest and encourages each of them to make up his best in his life. He helps children to develop their critical, creative thinking, to form their views and characters, their attitude to life and other people's. He teaches them to work independently and cooperatively, to be helpful and useful. A good teacher will do his best to bring up honest and considerable, patient, tactful, self-confident, objectively minded, self-disciplined people. Also, to be able to meet any challenges of adult life in a rapidly changing world. Лекция 10. Topic: my favorite writer. I am fond of reading. I usually I borrow books from the library, but I have a lot of them at home too. I like to read books about the history of our country, about famous people, and the life of my contemporaries abroad. I have done regular reading since I was 7. At first, they were small books for children, amusing stories for light readings, pieces of fantasy. Then came adventure and detective stories. There were different kinds of books for pleasure and entertainment, for general knowledge and education. In these books, I find the answers to different problems I face in my life. They are dearest teachers and advisors. The more I read, the more I understand our classics. Pushkin, Lermontov, Dostoevsky, they are all my favorites. There is one more name in Russian literature that is very dear to me. That is Ivan Sergeyevich Turgenev. For me, he is a real intellectual aristocrat and man of culture devoted to literature, music, and painting. Though he lived abroad for a long time, he didn't stop to be a Russian writer for a moment. He created a number of national characters in his books. The image of Turgenev's woman, deeply feeling, faithful, and tender, is the ideal of Russian woman for me. Turgenev's description of nature are delightful too. His style is perfect. His dialogues are easy read, interesting, lifelike, yet always significant. My favorite foreign writer is O. Henry. In childhood, I was deeply interested by his story, The Last Leaf. Since then, I bear it in my heart the image of a young girl suffering from incurable illness and her friends doing everything to give her hope and bring back to life. The author penetrates deeply into the person's soul and reveals its best qualities. He obviously sympathizes with common people, their warm-heartedness and kindness. Лекция 11. Traveling. Holidays. Modern life is impossible without traveling. Thousands of people travel every day, every day, either on business or for pleasure. They can travel by air, by rail, by sea, or by road. Of course, traveling by air is the fastest and the most convenient way, but it is the most expensive too. Traveling by train is slower than by plane, but it has its advantages. You can see much more interesting places of the country you are traveling through. Modern trains have very comfortable seats. There are also sleeping cars and dining cars which make even the longest journey enjoyable. Speed, comfort, safety, and the main advantages of trains and planes. That is why many people prefer them to all other means. Traveling by sea is popular mostly for pleasure trips. On board large ships and small riverboats, people can visit foreign countries and different places of interest within their own country. Trips on the Volga, the Dnieper, the Yenisei, the Black Sea are very popular today. As for me, I prefer traveling by car. I think it's very convenient. You needn't reserve your tickets. You needn't carry heavy suitcases. You can stop wherever you wish and spend at any place as much time as you like. Every year, my friend and I go somewhere to the south for holidays. The Black Sea is one of the most wonderful places which attracts holidaymakers all over the world. There are many rest homes, sanatoriums, and tourist camps there. But it is also possible to rent a room or a furnished house for a couple of weeks there. Sometimes we place ourselves in a rent on the seashore, enjoying fresh air and sun all day long. As a rule, I make my friends there. In the daytime, we play volleyball, tennis, swim in the warm water of the sea and sunbathe. In the evening, I like to sit on the beach, watching the sea and enjoying the sunset. I am fond of mountaineering, so I do a lot of climbing together with my friends. Time passes quickly, and soon we have to make our way back. We return home sunburned and full of impressions. Лекция 12. Topic: Sport in our life. Sport is a special world of its own. All people are fond of sports and games. Sport makes us healthy, keeps fit, more organized, and better disciplined. It unites people of different classes and nationalities. Many people do sports on their personal initiative. They practice skiing, skating, table tennis, swimming, volleyball, football, bodybuilding, etc. All necessary facilities are provided for them. Stadiums, sports grounds, swimming pools, skating rinks, skiing stations, football fields. Sport is paid much attention to in our educational establishments. Gymnastics is a sport, is a part of children's daily activity in the kindergartens. Physical culture is a compulsory subject at schools and colleges. Professional sport is also paid much attention to in our republic. There are different sporting societies, clubs, and complexes. The most famous of them is the complex Medea, Latau, stadiums, etc. They are used for international matches and contests as well as for world competitions. In the last years, Kazakh sportsmen take an active part in the world sports movement and in the Olympic Games. The sportsmen of Kazakhstan are among the strongest in Asia. They represent powerful competition for the sportsmen of China, Japan, South Korea. The combined team of Kazakhstan is unique, is quite successful at the Asian Games. The achievements of boxers are especially noticeable. Who doesn't know the Olympic champions Vasily Zhirov, Begzat Satarkhanov, Irmakhan, Ibrahimov? There are also achievements in track and full fields, Greek and Roman wrestling, skiing. Judging by the results of the Olympic Games in 2000 in Sydney, the sports delegation of Kazakhstan took the 22nd place among 199 participating countries. But sport is not just for participants. it's for spectators too. Millions of people all over the world spend hours every week watching sport events on television or at stadiums. They enjoy being fans or supporters of this or that team. And many professionals are now as popular and famous as the greatest Hollywood film stars. Of course, spectators particularly enjoy watching international matches and contests. Such events as the Olympic Games or the Football World Cup attract more and more spectators as time goes by. Sports are very much the same in most countries, but some sports are more popular than others. Nowadays, football, gymnastics, and tennis enjoy the greatest popularity in all countries. As for me, I go in for table tennis, ping pong. It needs mobility, liveliness, and much energy. It keeps a person in a good form. I have been playing tennis for 5 years, but the more I play, the more I like it. I get a real joy taking part in competition or simply playing with my friends. Sometimes I go to the tennis court. Certainly, it's a great distance between my manner of playing and such favorites as Jim Cotter, Stefan Edberg, Pete Sampras, Boris Becker, Per Korda, but I do my training with great pleasure and hope to play as well as the best players do. Лекция 13. Topic. Outstanding scientists of the world. The world knows the names of many great scientists, mathematicians, physicists, chemists, biologists, linguists, historians, etc. A lot of discoveries have been made by them in different fields of science and engineering. The role of science, when it serves the interest of man and society, is very important. It's a great productive force which helps to develop the economy and solve social problems, increasing in this way the well-being of people. Among the names of great scientists who contributed much to different fields of science and engineering, one should mention Isaac Newton, the founder of modern mathematics, physics, spectroscopy, and discoverer of the law of motion and the universal law of gravitation. Dmitry Mendeleev, the discoverer of the periodic system of elements. Michael Lomonosov, the greatest Russian scientist. Alfred Nobel, the greatest Swedish inventor and industrialist. Igor Kurchatov, Pierre, and Marie Curie, the physics. Yuri Gagarin, the cosmonaut. Prigozhin, the chemist. Kuprevich, Nobel laureate, biologist, and others. The list of outstanding people of the world is long. I'd like to speak about the people whose names are closely connected with the greatest event of the 20th century, the flight of man into space. Special tribute should be paid to Russian scientists. Konstantin Eduardovich Tsiolkovsky is one of them. Tsiolkovsky was born in a small Russian village near Ryazan. He dedicated all his life to the problem of interplanetary travel. He worked out the theory of cosmic flights. Tsiolkovsky believed that mankind will not remain on the Earth forever. And he dreamt of that day. The man who was standing behind Soviet space strategy from the 30s was Sergei Pavlovich Korolev. An outstanding scientist, he devoted all his life to rocket research, constructing artificial satellites. The first artificial Sputnik, launched on October 4, 1957, was a practical accomplishment for these ideas. Some years later, the most remarkable event in the history of cosmos took place. On the 12th of April 1961, the spaceship Vostok, piloted by Yuri Gagarin, went up. It's due to the Korolev's genius and some other top engineers' talent that Russia became the world leader in conquering place. Yuri Gagarin was the first man who made his first historic flight into space. The whole world applauded this handsome young man. He orbited the Earth once, staying in space for only 108 minutes, but he was the first to fly to stars. Mankind will always remember him. And the recommendation of Gagarin's flight, April 12th, has been made the International Day of Cosmonautics. With Gagarin's flight to space, Tsiolkovsky's utopian dreams came true. A new age of space exploration began. Лекция 14. Topic: Ecological problems. Since ancient times, nature has served man, being the source of his life. For thousands of years, people lived in harmony with environment, and it seemed to them that natural riches were unlimited. But with the development of civilization, man's interference in nature began to increase. Large cities with thousands of smoky industrial enterprises have appeared all over the world today. The byproducts of their activity pollute the air we breathe, the water we drink, the land we grow grain and vegetables. Every year, world industry pollutes the atmosphere with about 1,000 million tons of dust and harmful substances. Many cities suffer from smoke. Vast forests are cut and burned in fire. Their disappearance upsets the oxygen balance. As a result, some rare species of animals, birds, fish, and plants disappear forever. A number of rivers and lakes dry up. The pollution of air and the world's ocean, destruction of ozone layer is a result of man's careless interaction with nature, a sign of ecological crisis. As a result of the Chernobyl tragedy, the Belarusian people faced the most horrible ecological disaster. About 18% of the territory of Belarus was contaminated with radioactive substances. A great damage has been done to the republic's agriculture, forests, and people's health. The consequences of the atomic power station explosion are tragic for the Belarusian nation. Only a small percent of Belarusian land remains uncontaminated. Today we have a great increase in children's cancer and leukemia. New spots of radioactive contamination are being discovered every year. Not only Chernobyl, but many of our peaceful factories and towns cause a great damage to the environment. Dangerous dust and blowouts of the enterprises are being carried out by winds for long distances, destroying the life around. People all over the world are worried about what is happening to their environment. They understand that their Earth is their common home, a big green home. The environmental protection should be our universal concern. Serious joint measures to create a system of ecological security should be taken. Some progress has been already made in this direction. As many as 159 countries members of the UNO have set up environmental protection agencies. Numerous conferences have been held to discuss questions of ecologically poor regions, including the RLC, Daus, Urals, Kazbas, Donbass, Semipalatinsk, and Chernobyl. And the International Environmental Research Center has been set up on Lake Baikal. The international organization Greenpeace is also doing much to preserve the environment. But these are only the initial steps that must be carried forward to protect nature, to save life on the planet, not only for the sake of present, but also for the sake for the present generations. 15 лекция. Conversational topic: the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is situated on the British Isles It consists of 4 parts: England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. England, Wales, and Scotland occupies the territory of Great Britain. Northern Ireland is situated on the northern part of Ireland. The territory of the United Kingdom is about 244,000 square kilometers. It takes the 75th place among other countries in the world. The population is more than 57 million. About 80% of the population is urban. The capital of the country is London. Great Britain is separated from the continent by the English Channel, which is 34 kilometers wide in its narrowest point. The country is also washed by the North Sea, the Irish Sea, the Atlantic Ocean. The surface of Great Britain varies greatly. The northern and western part of the country is mountainous, is called the Highlands. All the rest, south, east, and center, is a vast plain which is called the Lowlands. The mountains are not very high, the rivers are not long. The most important of them are the Severn, the Thames, the Trent. There are many beautiful lakes in the mountainous part of the country. The mountains, the Atlantic Ocean, and the warm waters of the Gulf Stream influence the climate of Great Britain. It is mild the whole year round. Great Britain is a highly developed industrial country. It is known as one of the world's largest producers and exporters of iron, steel products, machinery and electronics, chemicals and textile, aircraft and navigation equipment. One of the chief industries. Thank you for your attention. I think these lectures will be useful to every student. Спасибо за внимание. Всего вам доброго.
Каков ваш уровень словарного запаса? Начинающий или средний? Приготовьтесь. Сейчас мы проверим ваш уровень владения английским языком. 100 слов, 4 уровня. А1, А2, Б1, Б2. Не забывайте подсчитывать количество правильных ответов. О результатах вы узнаете после каждого уровня. Начнем. To fill. Заполнять. To feel. Чувствовать. To fall. Падать. To get. Получать. To give. Давать. To take. Брать. To choose. Выбирать. To change. Менять. To wear. Носить. Where? Где? Here. Здесь. To hear. Слышать. Quiet. Тихий. Quite. Довольно. Thousand. Тысяча. Below. Внизу. High. Высоко. Somewhere. Где-нибудь. Early. Рано. Thirsty. Жаждущий. Difference. Разница. Statement. Утверждение. Meaning. Значение. Opinion. Мнение. Description. Описание. Если у вас 20 или больше правильных ответов, вы уже не новичок. Продолжайте тест. Но если меньше 20, ваш уровень начинающий. Firstly. Во-первых. Immediately. Немедленно. Carefully. Внимательно. Recently. Недавно. Rather. Скорее. To affect. Влиять. Effect. Эффект. To receive. Получать. To belong. Принадлежать. To pull. Тянуть. To push. Толкать. To dry. Сушить. To wet. Мочить. Loud. Громкий. Bright. Яркий. Huge. Огромный. Wide. Широкий. Narrow. Узкий. Handsome. Красивый. Search. Поиск. Ability. Способность. Evidence. Доказательство. Sauce. Соус. Ankle. Лодыжка. Whose. Чей. Если у вас 20 или больше правильных ответов, продолжайте тест. Но если меньше 20, ваш уровень А2. Frequently. Часто. Rarely. Редко. Previously. Ранее. Hunt. Охота. Access. Доступ. Alarm. Тревога. Doubt. Сомнение. Earthquake. Землетрясение. Bee. Пчела. Childhood. Детство. To convince. Убеждать. To persuade. Уговаривать. To admire. Восхищаться. To deliver. Доставлять. To determine. Определять. To hang. Вешать. To hire. Нанимать. To gather. Собирать. Advanced. Продвинутый. Generous. Щедрый. Gentle. Нежный. Lonely. Одинокий. Sharp. Острый. Shy. Застенчивый. Silent. Молчаливый. Если у вас 20 или больше правильных ответов, продолжайте тест. Но если меньше 20, ваш уровень B1. Dairy. Молочный. Cute. Милый. Bald. Лысый. Pale. Бледный. Steady. Устойчивый. Stable. Стабильный. Wealthy. Богатый. Drought. Засуха. Soul. Душа. Gesture. Жест. Wisdom. Мудрость. Can. Банка. Storage. Хранилище. Imagination. Воображение. To purchase. Приобретать. To nod. Кивать. To rub. Тереть. To impress. Впечатлять. To prompt. Подсказывать. To absorb. Поглощать. To devote. Посвящать. Literally. Буквально. Constantly. Постоянно. Widely. Широко. Significantly. Существенно. Если у вас 20 или больше правильных ответов, поздравляем! У вас очень высокий уровень.